Hello students. So far we have finished all the types of contraceptive methods and the brief sense regarding the sex education, what is the importance and what causes the population explosion, right? So today in this video we are going to deal with the few more further concepts of reproductive health problems and strategies. So this is the concept we are dealing today, that is MTP. One more important expansion, that is medical termination of pregnancy. Okay, what happens? What is MTP? So medical termination of pregnancy, that is MTP, because of emotional, ethical, religious and social issues, many countries have not legalized MTP. So medical termination of pregnancy, if there is unwanted pregnancy, due to the contraceptive methods also, if it is not prevented, okay, like performing the previous concepts what we have studied to avoid the unwanted pregnancy, we have studied some contraceptive methods. Due to the contraceptive methods also, if the pregnancy is not prevented, if the couple is still eagerly want to terminate the pregnancy, then medical termination of pregnancy is one of the process. Like it is also called as sometimes abortion. And we know when the abortion comes in mind, we think negatively about it. Yes, why? Because of nowadays these abortions are using to terminate the pregnancy based on the sex of the baby. If the baby is female, then they perform abortion, right? That we call it as female feticide. Okay, like abortion, abortion of the baby if the baby is female. So what happens in some of the countries, because of these reasons, that is emotional, ethical or religious and social issues, the MTPs are not legalized. Okay, because abortions, the maximum abortions are illegal, so hence it is called as it is not legalized. But the government of India in 1971, the MTP, they legalized the MTP with some strict condition to avoid its misuse. Because MTP is good, yes, if the couples are like not willing to give a birth to a child, if there is unwanted pregnancy, so what happens, they opt for MTP, medical termination of pregnancy. But as I said, that is a female feticide. Okay, so that is a one misuse thing. So with some strict condition, the government of India legalized MTP in 1971. Such restrictions are to check indiscriminate and illegal female feticides, as I said, which are reported to be high in India. Okay, so next, importance of MTP. To avoid the unwanted pregnancy due to casual intercourse or failure of the contraceptive methods used during coitus, normal coitus or rapes. Okay, next is essential in cases where continuation of the pregnancy could be harmful to the mother or to the fetus or both. Sometimes what happens, the pregnancy will cause some harmful, like if the mother is not capable of keeping the pregnancy, or if some abnormalities will be faced by the mother as well as fetus, then the final chance is the medical termination of pregnancy. So hence in such condition they can perform the legal kind of MTP. MTPs are safe during the first trimester. This is very important, when they need to perform the medical termination of pregnancy. Not in all pregnancy stage they can't perform MTP. When they can perform, at the first trimester. First trimester means first 3 months. Once the coitus performed, once the fertilization, from the day of the fertilization, okay, like implantation, and at the 3rd month they can perform the MTPs, that is 12 weeks of pregnancy. And second trimester, that is second trimester means 6 months. During the 6 months, the abortions are very risky because the baby is fully developed. It will may cause serious condition, serious medical condition even for mother and fetus also. So the safe period to perform the MTPs are the first trimester, that is 12 weeks of pregnancy, and it will be very risky, that is during the second trimester. So problems related to the MTPs. So first problem is, yes, more number of MTPs are performed illegally. And the second thing, the misuse of aminosynthesis. Actually, the aminosynthesis is the process where they determine the disease. Okay, by taking the amniotic fluid from the mother, they determine whether the fetus is suffering from any genetic diseases or what. This is what they do during the aminosynthesis. But instead of seeking for the diseases, in some hospitals the aminosynthesis process will be misused by performing to finding the sex of the fetus, and before the delivery to knowing the sex of the fetus is illegal. Why? Because of once they got to know if the fetus is female, they can perform the illegal MTP, that is female feticide. Okay, we call it as bruna hatye, hennu bruna hatye. Yeah, so to avoid this, the government has passed a strict rule: before the pregnancy no one should know or determine the sex of the fetus. So the aminosynthesis are meant, the first principle of aminosynthesis is to detect the genetic diseases. Instead of that, some hospitals, what they do, they detect or they determine the sex of the fetus. If the fetus is female, it is followed by the MTP. Such practices are dangerous for the young mother and fetus. This we already know. Okay. So next is sexually transmitted diseases. As I said, unsafe sex leads to the formation of sexually transmitted diseases, and this diseases, it may be viral, bacterial. Okay. Diseases transmitted through sexual intercourses are called as sexually transmitted diseases or venereal diseases, VD, or reproductive tract infection. Why that is reproductive, RTI? Why it is called as RTI? Because it will be caused in the reproductive tract only. It may be females or males reproductive tract. So examples: gonorrhea, syphilis, genital herpes, chlamydiasis, genital warts, trichomoniasis, hepatitis B, HIV, which is leading to AIDS. These are the different examples for sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, so next, hepatitis B and HIV are also transmitted, okay, not only by the unsafe sexual intercourse, but also by sharing the injection needles, surgical instrumentations. Just imagine the example: if some person is suffering from hepatitis B or HIV or AIDS, okay, if the person is the person is giving a blood to some people, or some report, for some report he is giving a blood. If the same needles or injection needles, if it is used for a normal person, the blood which contains HIV virus can be transmitted into the person with a normal healthy person. Then what happens? The normal person is also going to suffer from the HIV virus, that is AIDS. So not only by the sexual intercourse, the hepatitis B and HIV are also transmitted by sharing the same needles or surgical instruments, or by transfusion of blood. Without checking the blood, they transfuse the blood. If the blood is transferred from the HIV person to the normal person, then normal person also gets the AIDS. Next, from infected mother to the fetus. If the mother is HIV positive, we know from the placenta there will be exchange of blood particles also. If one blood cells of HIV positive, if it get entered into the fetus, then the fetus also get infected by HIV. Except hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV, so other diseases are completely curable if detected early and treated properly. So they may ask the question, non-curable diseases. Non-curable diseases are hepatitis B, genital herpes and HIV. Other than these three, all are curable if it is detected earlier. Symptoms. So what is the symptoms of sexually transmitted diseases? So early symptoms are itching. This all happens in the reproductive tract. Okay, itching, fluid discharge, slight pain and swellings in the genital region. It may be vagina or penis. Absence or less significant symptoms in the earlier stages of infection, and the social stigma attached to the STDs deter the infected persons from going for proper treatment. This leads to the complications such as pelvic inflammatory diseases. If these earlier symptoms are not treated properly, if the person will avoid these earlier symptoms, if he show like less interest, okay, then what happens, it may leads to the complications, like they may cause the pelvic inflammatory diseases like abortions, stillbirths, not a proper births, ectopic pregnancies, infertility like incapable to reproduce the young ones, or even cancer of the reproductive tract like prostate cancer, vaginal cancer, okay, uterus cancer, cervical cancer. All the cancers, if it is not treated earlier, it will lead to the pelvic inflammatory diseases. And all persons are vulnerable to STDs. These are very high among persons in the age of group 15 to 24 years. So not all the itching, fluid discharge, slight pains or swellings are called as STDs. Remember, STDs are caused during when the person performs sex. Okay, when the person perform sex or sexual practices, if the sexual practices are unsafe. Why it is called as unsafe? When the person doesn't wear any physical barriers, then it is called as unsafe sex. In such condition, if the person are suffering from this early symptoms or the pelvic inflammatory diseases, then only they should consult the doctor. Don't get the misconception. Even the normal individual, female individuals, we suffer from the vaginal discharges, vaginal itching, vaginal burning, swelling, right? Not all these are called as STDs. Remember, how the STDs are caused? Only by the sexual, yes, performance. Understood? Okay. Prevention. How to avoid or how to prevent this STDs. So avoid sex with unknown partners. Yes, obviously, to avoid the sex or intercourse with the unknown partner, and multiple sexes or multiple partners. So always use the condoms during the coitus. As I said, the safe sex never cause STDs. Okay, in case of doubt, go to a qualified doctor for earlier detection and get complete treatment if diagnosed with disease. So as I said, if the individual, if they know if they performed the unsafe sex, they need to be suffer from STDs. If they know this consequences, they need to consult doctor as early as possible. Okay, next. So in the next concept, we are going to study about the infertility and how this infertility are assisted through the technologies. Thank you.